Hey guys, and welcome to the fourth workout in my Basics for Beginners series. This is an upper body workout. If you have weights, that would be great if you could use them. If you do not have them, you could also use an exercise band or maybe some cans of food or jugs of water. But if you don't have weights or a band or something to lift, then this workout might not be the one for you because it does require equipment, something heavy to lift. So we're gonna start with rows, and again, if you have a band, wrap it around your feet to do the rows that way, and then hold it this way to do the rows. But if you do have weights or maybe some jugs of water, then what we're gonna do is I need you to stand up tall, then put your hips back so that your legs are slightly bent, but make sure that your back is flat, not arched, but that your back is flat. So your tailbone is going to be tucked in just a little bit. You're going to have your palms facing away from you and your knuckles facing towards your legs. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then you're going to pull your arms up and back like you're trying to pinch a pencil in between your shoulder blades, and then you're going to go back down in a controlled motion. So I don't want to see this kind of movement, okay? That is going to hurt your back. You're also not going to get as much muscle tension out of that, so you won't be building as much muscle. So instead, bend over a little bit, core is tight, back is flat, pull up, squeeze behind your shoulders like you're trying to squeeze a pin behind your shoulders, and then go back down in a controlled motion. And you're going to do 10 reps, okay? Just like that. Slower is better most of the time when we're doing a muscle building exercise. So next, we're gonna do monkey push-ups. Now, first, I'm gonna show you the intermediate version. So if you've done workouts like this before, then I want you to try the intermediate move, which is a traditional monkey push-up. But if you're a beginner, don't worry, I have you covered. I will show you a move for that as well. So an intermediate monkey push-up looks like this. You're gonna have your hands pointing towards one another like this when you're on the ground, okay? So like this. You're gonna put your hands on the ground. You're gonna have your butt in the air, your legs are bent, and you're gonna put your head towards the ground and then push back up, pushing through your shoulders and through your back, okay? So we're gonna try this again. You're going to go down, push back up, down, push back up, okay? Now, this is gonna also be, if you have high blood pressure, I don't want you to do this move because it can really mess with you. So instead, I want you to do the modified version, but I'm gonna show you that in a minute. But if you can't go all the way down, like if your head, the goal with a monkey push-up is to have your head touch the ground, okay? But if you can't do that, I want you just to go down 2 inches and then to come back up, because you're working the same muscles, just not quite as much, okay? So now, if you're a beginner, this is what I want you to do. You're gonna do the same thing, but on a stool or on a couch or something like that. Have a pad underneath your knees. Put your hands in that same position, pointing towards one another. Make sure that you're a good ways back so that your back is flat, so you're not on all fours like this. If you're too close, you'll be like this. I want you to be able to flatten out your back, push your hips a little bit forward like this, and do the same movement, but just off of something so that you're not gonna be going upside down, so your blood pressure, you'll be messing with your blood pressure, you will be getting dizzy. It's just a good bit easier for you, but you're working those same muscles, okay? And you're gonna do 10 reps of those. Then we're gonna move on to a fun move, which is called a walking push-up. So what you're going to do is you're going to go side to side as you're doing your push-up. So you can either do this on your knees or up in a plank. I want you to have your hands about this far apart. I don't want to flash yet. So you want to have your hands not super close to your body, but also not super far away, like this. So for everybody, it's going to be a little different. I know that that's not probably what you want to hear, but you want to have your hands slightly outside of your shoulders. And what you're really going to have to do is just work it out and figure out where that place is for you. But think your hands directly underneath your shoulders, just moving them a little bit out. You're gonna do a push-up, come up, walk in, walk out, also move that leg out, do a push-up, come up, walk in with your leg and your hand, walk out with your leg and your hand on the same side, and then do it all over again. Now this is pretty difficult on your core as you're going side to side, not just on your arms. It's hard on your arms, but it's also really hard on your core. So if you find that this is too hard, I want you to get down on a mat, put your knees down on a mat, and I want you to try to do them in a plank. But if you can't do them in a plank, then I don't want you just to give up and not do the whole workout, right? So instead, what I want you to do is to, again, be in the push-up position, and I just want you to kind of walk it out, but just on your knees. So push up, come back up, hand and your leg, so both the leg and the hand are gonna come, you're gonna put your right hand and then your right leg back into a narrow position, then your left hand and your left leg, and you'll go back down, come up, again, hand, then leg, hand, then leg. This is just going a little bit slower, keeping you a little more stable. But you always wanna make sure that your core is tight, and if you find that this is still a little too difficult for you, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get a chair or a couch or something to do push-ups off of, and I just want you to, no movement side to side, just do the push-ups, okay? Go down as far as you can and push up. Now for you, this might be down 2 inches and up. But I want you to work from where you are. Maybe you don't have much core strength or upper body strength, so you need to do this modification. I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to applaud yourself for trying and doing what you can. Because working hard is all about, it's very relative. It's all from starting with where you are. Working out hard for you is not going to be the same for me or the same for Mary Sue or John or whoever, right? So start where you are and be proud of yourself for trying a new workout, a new move, and for making an attempt to better yourself. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to our last move for this workout, and it's tricep dips. So if you are an intermediate, I want you to get a chair or a bench or a couch or even like a ledge like this, and we're gonna do triceps off of it. So I want you to put your feet forward in front of you at a right angle, and then I want you to have your butt pretty close to the couch or chair or whatever that you're doing tricep dips off of. And the reason for this is if you're too far out, you're gonna hurt your elbows and your shoulders. So I want you to be close so that angle isn't so extreme so that you're not straining these tendons and joints, right? So I want you to be nice and close, and then you're gonna go down and go up, pushing up, down, really squeeze those triceps and push up with a lot of power, okay? Now, I'm going pretty far down in this because I have good range of motion in my, well, relatively good range of motion in my shoulders, but maybe for you, you can't do that yet, and that's totally fine. Just go down a couple inches and come up. Go down a little bit and come up. Maybe it's a couple centimeters for you, right? But just holding this right here is a lot of tricep work. So don't put yourself down for not going the full gambit, right? Just do a little bit. Start from where you are. Now, if you find that this is too hard for you, maybe holding up your body weight, because, you know, we weigh a lot as humans. I think most humans weigh over 100 pounds if you're an adult. And 100 pounds is a lot of weight. And if you weigh more than that, then you're gonna have to be lifting whatever your full body weight is. So instead, what I want you to do is to just sit on the ground, knees bent, feet planted firmly on the ground. I want you to take your hands, put them behind you, and we're gonna do that same movement we did off the chair, but instead we're gonna do it off the ground. So bend your arms and then push up, and then softly put yourself back onto the ground, and then push off those triceps. Again, slowly put yourself back on the ground. I don't want you to drop yourself because you could hurt your tailbone, you could jar your back. Just overall, dropping yourself in any movement, whether it's a push-up or a squat or something like this, if you just let go of all control, you're probably gonna hurt yourself. Your muscles are made to control your body, to protect it. So we wanna make sure that you are using this movement in a controlling manner. So your hands, your fingers are pointing towards your rear, and you're gonna push up and down, just like that. And I want you to try to do 10 reps, okay? So we're not doing a lot of reps. We're doing 10 reps of each of these exercises. So I want you to try to do 4 rounds. And if you feel like you can, I want you to try for a 5th round, because we're just doing 10 reps. So in total, if you did 4 rounds, you'd only be doing 40 reps of each exercise. That's not an exorbitant amount. So I want you to keep that in mind and try for that 5th round. I know most of my other workouts, we only do 3 or maybe 4 rounds, but I just wanted to keep it a little more simple and to make it a little more accessible for you who don't have a lot of equipment. Because with upper body, usually you think of having a lot of equipment with those kind of workouts. And I wanted to make it available to those of you who are like me, who only have a few dumbbells and maybe some bands. So I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I hope this workout works for you. Let me know if you tried it. I would love to hear any questions or comments. If you think that I could do something different that would make my videos better, I would love to hear that, because I always want to improve on what I am doing. And I will see you guys in my next video.